in the past, we are trying to provide the assistant to the translator, and we call it just to translate, and mainly refer to the SiSTeC as the platform. So this is the translation approach to provide the translation technology, but focusing on the low cost and lowering the cost and increasing the translation productivity. Okay, so here just to translate is the same, refer to a machine translation, and then followed by post editing. But we try to make the post editing supported by a more intelligent and advanced tool, so that the post editor is more handy in performing the post editing. Okay. So here the post editor, with hopefully with the help of the tools, there can be anyone. They don't need to be a translator. Anyone know the target and source language, they will be able to do the post editing. Okay, so here we anticipate such an intelligent CAT tool should have more advanced annotations knowledge structure. For example, we use the SiSTeC, and with this, it can perform or become a unified structure for the key CAT functionality like glossary, translation memory, and machine translation, hopefully adaptive. It can be improved further considering the user usage, and all this functionality can be tightly integrated to serve the user better. Okay, so if you look into the 3 example CAT tool we have looked into just now, it's actually quite complicated because all the information are displayed separately without integrations. Yeah, so for example here, you have to look into what can be used, and improve it here. Same here, this is the translation memory, this is the glossary, you pick whatever. And the Google CAT tool also. Okay. Okay, so what in the past with the SiSTeC, what we try to do is to show the word alignment which have been used to generate the target sentence. And if the user finds the target equivalent is not appropriate, not accurate, they can easily look up and select from the glossary, which informing the frequency of its appearance in the parallel text. And if they are not quite sure what is the meaning of the target word, they can always look into the translation memory to double check the translation word in the parallel sentences. Okay, this is the first round at the word level. Of course, we can do the same for the phrase level. And also, if the input sentence is quite close to the existing source sentence we have been translated, we can also look at the translation memory. So these are all the possibilities we can provide. Okay, so for example, now with the simple CAT which I have been shared with you all, you can key in the source sentence, and then at the moment I only implement the word level, but considering the more advanced version, we should have the translation memory Okay, look up if there are any translation memory available which is relevant, and then at the word level, and then at the phrase level, and probably not display all the phrases, but only the relevant one based on the user chosen, and the dictionary of the word involved, so the user also can get better equivalent from the dictionary, if any. And from this, then the user will be able to improve further by doing the reordering of the result to generate the short sentence. Any of this pair, of course, the user also can look up the concordance if they want to understand better how the translation happened in the context of the whole sentence. So these are the different kind of lookup information available, and it depends on how it's best organized to support the need of the user. Okay, so in an intelligent translation toolkit, the idea is based on the SiSTeC. We try to combine the CAT and machine translation technology together. And hopefully this will provide a paradigm shift to the translation technology. And now here you can insert your sentence. Okay. For example, I go to school. Okay, now it's produced the terms lookup. And then you write, you can see here in this small window, it basically displays the concordance. So school, that's for the first pair, second pair, third pair, fourth, fifth, and here also you can list out other possible equivalent. So for example, this one, then you will retrieve school, 学院, school, 学院. Okay. If you find this is better, then you select this option. This have been changed from 学校 to 学院. Okay. The same, you can look at others. Yeah. So this is for Go. Okay. You can probably choose 进气. Okay. Then you can choose this one. Okay. Okay. After that, you can translate and then you can edit a bit. Anyway, this is probably not the best computer-aided translation system yet, because we only have the word equivalent lookup. There are other like translation memory lookup at the sentence and phrase level, and also try to perform automatic EBNT, example-based translation. That one will make it available when it is completed. But anyway, now with this, the student can start writing Python program to prepare a more user-friendly interface. The interface I am using is the most primitive one. For example, if you know the S3 editor, this editor, it is probably slightly better than this one. For example, here I go to school. Okay, here. So here I show S3 editor, the old system. But the interface is probably better. Here also you will look up the equivalence with the frequency. Okay. Or if you don't do it here, you can also look up here, right click, see alternative. The same. Okay, and you can probably select one of it and you will replace. Okay. So this is the pull down menu, look up. Instead of creating another window like here, I create another window to display, okay, to display the alternative. And you can choose whichever. Okay, over here, in the old system, we don't have the concordant lookup available. But now we have this API, we can always easily add this concordant by moving the mouse over here, for example, then the concordant will display. And so there are many different ways to create a user interface which facilitate this word level and concordant parallel sentences lookup. Okay, that probably student can enhance further this simple program to create more user-friendly version. Yeah, and the API, there are 3 API as what I posted earlier. You can use this API, and API also inside this program here. So for example here, this is the result call for the parallel sentences for school. Huh? School. Okay. So here, I basically take out the result here and display here. Okay, we must try to build school instead of Air Force jets. So here we must try to build school, and I highlight the school. 5 means word number 5. Start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So based on this index, I know which word to highlight. Similarly here, 24, 25 means 写小. So I know how to highlight this accordingly. Okay, so from the API result, one will be able to get all the pair plus the position of the English word and also the corresponding targets. Over here is Chinese word. So if we have the Myanmar version, then this will tell you which word, the word index for the Myanmar word to be highlighted. Okay, so all this will be the same, but change of language only. Yeah. And then here, the list is basically obtained from another API. Okay, so here it produces 10 pair because count I set it as 10. So you have 10 pair with the English, Chinese, and the frequency of occurrence in the parallel corpus. Okay, so this one will be used to produce this one. 21, 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, so this is where this comes from this API. And the sentences from this API. And this one basically produced from this API. Okay, which is the third API I send to you, except this one slash instead of 2. Okay, I think this is where change. Okay. So this API I will get this. And basically, I just display up this here. Okay, so whatever I display here are basically the result of the 3 API call. So this is a simple program to demonstrate the use of the API for some simple lookup of terms translation for a given sentence. And the program is basically this one. Yeah, to create this small window, we have this program. So the student can try to use this simple program to probably use a more advanced package or to use the pull-down menu instead of a text or whatever to write more impressive or user-friendly program. Automatic translation followed by editing it. Okay, so first day is over, you blah, 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 blah. So now we can translate. 第一天结束了 perfect. Okay, so this one, accept. 你还有酒啊 this one is bad. Okay. Chinese character is a bit difficult to type, so if I can copy, cut and paste, it will be easier. But this one, too many things to do. Anyway, I have also collected 5,000 parallel sentences for this domain. So if I were to use the 5K just to translate, I will be able to refer to the glossary and also the translation memory as well. So I try this one. Okay, so here, to work, it can be ordinary cleaning tasks or preparing the food. But when we go to meditation center, it's obviously to do meditation. So I have to check more to see whether there's anything which is talking about meditation. Yeah, this one. This is meditation. So I use this. Okay, by right, it should replace automatically, but I have not implemented that one. So I have to do manually. Okay, so here. Oh, sorry. Okay, 你还有9天要禅修啊 this one look better. Okay, let me see what's the, okay, the glossary capture is 禅修 for work. The other, the ignore. Never mind, that should be good. So the next sentence, again, to work very hard. So the word have been identified as a potential glossary. But now, because we have already edited it earlier to 禅修, now it appears here. I can also look into more, okay, to word 要禅修 or dictionary. Or I can look into the concordance to see the earlier sentence. Okay, so that is the sentence I edited just now earlier. Okay, and word is aligned to 禅修. So yes. So these are the immediate capturing which the system can do based on the identified generated glossary and also the saving of the pair of translated sentences into the memory. Okay, so now same. I choose 禅修. Okay, next. Okay, now translation memory, I also have something. To get the result, you have to work very hard. Okay, this is a repetition of to work very hard here. So the translation memory not necessarily look up the whole sentence. It can also look up into sub-sentence or phrases if they contain more than one content word or glossary which is matching. Okay, so both a glossary and translation memory can be retrieved in this manner. And we can do this because behind we actually annotate the pair of sentences here with the SiSTC structure. So the same, we can now edit based on this. Okay, Google keep on suggesting 工作, but it should be 禅修. Okay. Okay, so assume this one is okay. Next one. Ah, this one is perfect. Okay. Okay, the same. This is okay. If the system is smart enough, it should be able to now automatically replace 禅修 for 工作. That can be implemented easily. Okay, since the user have been repeatedly wanted work to be 禅修, not 工作. Okay, no more. So this one is for Chinese. If you look at here, source language English, target language Chinese, China. We can also change to other target language. So which one you prefer? French, English, Malay, Thai? French. Now I go back to the beginning. And then we will use French. This one I don't know. Is it okay? The first day is over.
Oui, oui.
Good. Then we go to the next one. Is this one reasonable? Okay.
Vous en reste. Il vous en reste.
Never mind. Actually, I don't know how to change also. So we accept as it is.
Il vous en reste 9 autres pour travailler, not à travailler, which is just wrong.
Okay, okay. So it can be edited. Okay, as long as the mistake is not too much, then the editing probably can be done quite quick. Okay, I keep on accepting. And if you see, the translation memory is now returning the Chinese one as well. Okay, so now done for the French version. That is not available for French. We can do this for Malay. We can do this for Thai also. Okay.
And for Malay, can you show it for Malay?
Okay. MS. Oh, perfect. Thanks. Now the translation memory have the Chinese and French. 9 hari lagi, sorry. This one I can change. 9 hari lagi untuk not bekerja, berlatih. Sorry. Okay. Next. Untuk bekerja again, but it should be berlatih now available. Sorry, just now I have not. Never mind. It should be captured, but and then we can choose from here. Okay, but assuming it is done properly, then we can quickly just accept and go. So you see the translation memory is mixing all the language already. But never mind. It should be a multilingual translation memory, and it also should be a multilingual translate glossary as well. Okay. Okay, no more. We can do also for Thai. Huh?
Yeah, Thai, of course.
TH. This one Asami will help. Is it okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, accept. But let's see what is the glossary now. Now we have Malay, Chinese, French. And if you want to look at a concordance, this is for French, this is for Chinese, this is for Malay. Or if you want to look for more information, everything all over the place. Okay. Now we quickly accept. Yeah?
Good. Yeah, okay.
This one, roughly. But if it's not okay, also I don't know how to change, so we have to accept.
We can accept this.
Can roughly can understand what Paulika wants to say.
Yeah, it's okay.
And is the segmentation also proper?
Acceptable.
Acceptable.
Right? Yes, acceptable.
Okay. Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, done. Okay, so that is the end of demo. We can discuss.
Thank you, Dr. Thẳng.
Okay, welcome.